Hi, how are you? Happy Wellness Wednesday. Happy Valentine's Day. Speaking of Valentine's, I got a beautiful surprise when I came home of these gorgeous roses and the gift and cards, and Cooper made me this beautiful artwork. So I'm feeling very excited, very happy to be home. I spent the night in Tampa last night, and I'm just really happy to be home. It's always good to come home. So I'm doing this vlog early because I got a lot to catch up on today, and it is so beautiful out. I feel like I want to ride my bike. I feel like there's a million things I want to do. There's always a million things I want to do. But I want to share my experience about meeting Gary Vaynerchuk last night. He autographed this for me, and that was awesome. And I did a quick vlog about this last night, but I deleted it because we lost our baby Wayla, our cat, yesterday. So it's been a very surreal kind of 24 hours, like having that horrible news in the morning and being very emotional about it, and then having this elated experience meeting Gary Vee. And then I spoke this morning to the Tampa Bay startup community about entrepreneurs making sure that they take care of themselves, mind, body, spirit type of thing. So with Nancy Vaughn, it was so great that I just deleted the one last night because I just don't want to have like that memory of how sad I was. It was an ugly cry, trust me. You didn't want to see that. So that said, husband is coming home in 10 minutes, which is very exciting. And we're going to have lunch together for Valentine's Day, maybe something later. But meeting Gary Vaynerchuk was everything I had hoped it would be. And that's crazy to say because I didn't have any expectations. I knew he was going to be amazing. Anybody that can put out that much free content, be so kind, be so raw, be so straightforward, coming from wonderful immigrant parents, you just know that he's going to be amazing. But I have to say it was one of the greatest experiences of my business career for sure. And I really just have so much admiration and so much respect for him. So it was like meeting a rock star. So funny, you know? And Whitney being so kind to make that happen, and seeing my friend Mark there, who was the MC, and being up on stage with Gary Vee, and it was all so surreal. And then Nancy Vaughn being there and Jessica being there, and it was incredible. I really, 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 really enjoyed it. So it was amazing to have. It was a devastating morning. And then it was such a wonderful evening. So it's been a very long time since I've felt that many emotions in a day. So Gary Vaynerchuk then did a talk at the Tampa Theater, and he killed it. It was great. But I want to tell you what I ran into this morning. So my talk, a lot of it was about, being positive and meditating and taking care of yourself and exercising and all that good stuff. And making sure that you don't have any negativity around you is a really, really important thing. So I walk in this morning, and I had what Gary Vee was talking about yesterday in my mind, and he always says this: when you go to a conference, you should speak to other people. Any networking event, you need to meet new people. That's half of the reason you're there, right? So with that in mind, and of course, I know this from Never Eat Alone with Keith Ferrazzi that I always talk about too, I went right up to this group of guys that were, I didn't see any girls. I would have went up to the group of girls, but I went up to this group of guys that were just talking amongst themselves, and I introduced myself and just chatting. And I was like, oh my God, did you guys get to see Gary Vee last night? And this one guy was like, he's for people that sit on the couch. I was like, what are you talking about? It was like he hit me with negativity right when I met him. It was crazy. And he was a guy that was putting together this event for the community. So I was fascinated by it, right? So I had to dive in. I was like, really? I go, well, I tend to disagree with that, but I'm interested to know why you feel that way. He said, well, he even says that he wants people to do the work. And when they stop following him, they're actually working. I said, okay, I get that. And I think that's great. I said, but I listen to him when I'm working out or when I'm on my bike or I don't know, when I'm taking a walk sometimes. Always driving, I'm listening to his podcast. So I just find it very fascinating that it was just a very negative way to start the hello. Hello. Um, it's for people that sit on the couch. Yeah, that would not be me. So it was a very broad statement to make about something that I thought was very hilarious. And I made an example of that when I did my talk this morning, and without mentioning any names. And it was great. So that said, then I met this other guy when I was speaking that had just heard Gary for the first time. And I was so happy for him. He was like, it was great. And they started asking me all these questions. And I said, you know what? You don't even have to ask me. You could just watch all of his vlogs. He'll give you some really great ideas. Watch his vlogs, listen to his podcasts, go on his social media. Believe me, you'll be fine if you do that. So, but just an amazing experience all in all, to be around so many people that have such respect for him and excitement. And he was gracious to everybody, and he was signing everybody's book, and he felt bad that he had to catch the plane and couldn't answer everybody's question. And selfies with everybody. Just really must be really wonderful to do so much good for so many people and be successful. And really, I'm happy for people like that, like really, really happy. He has given me so much. And he liked my sneakers too, by the way. I did wear my Gary Vee sneaks. He's given me so much. And I just know that he's given so many young people such a great opportunity to navigate through the negative waters that are sometimes entrepreneurship or no, you can't do this. He's very, he's just a positive influence. So I highly recommend, if you haven't been watching, that you do. And what else do I want to tell you about that? I don't know. I feel like it's this amazing moment that I got to share with him. And I got to share about something that I did when I first opened my business. And I'll share it with you now, I guess. I spent $10,000 on a coaching program. And I don't regret it at all. It certainly helped catapult me a lot quicker. I believe that everybody should have somebody that's smarter than them around them. And I was having a hard time finding that in my network of people that were not entrepreneurs, right? Because I hadn't met them yet. I was new into this landscape of, can't believe I said landscape. I'm making fun of people that say landscape. I just said it. So anyway, I really needed to I needed people that had successful businesses to teach me really quickly what to do. So I spent, 10 grand. And then throughout all these years, I've spent money every month on my one coach, and he's phenomenal. He's been great. But I feel like I'm good now. Not to say that I wouldn't have somebody else maybe down the line, but I just feel like I've learned so much from him, and that I'm at a good place, because I don't know. I feel sometimes like it's not so authentic. So I have to be really real with that, and I have to stay true to that. So I'm still going to utilize my coach when I need him, but it's not going to be on a monthly basis like it was before for 5 years. Right. So it's like enough. I felt like I was outgrowing him a little bit just because we've been together so long, and I need something different. So it's not to say, like I said, that I regret it. I just think that my eyes have been opened. And I shared that with Gary yesterday. And I knew that he had shared the stage with the person who leads the organization that I'm referring to. And I said, you're going to put those guys out of business. And it will happen eventually, And I think it's good, because I think that people that have knowledge should share knowledge. I'm always happy to do it. I'm every day. I've been doing this for 100 and however many episodes later. 99. That's right. I'm at 200 tomorrow. So last but not least, I'll share with you. Yesterday was the 13th of February. Yesterday was the day that we lost our cat. That's very heartbreaking. So in honor of baby Wayla, I put on Instagram the new logo of the new media company that my dear friend Scott and I are starting. So it's called 13th Avenue Media. And I'm going to tell you about it maybe later today or tomorrow because I'm very excited about it. And and the whole thing has a lot of meaning behind it. So I think it'll be a good story for you. And I want to make sure that I get it out for whoever listens or doesn't. I'll at least have it documented about why we did it. So when, it's 10 years later and we've created this wonderful company, we can look back and say, remember when? So Gary got to talk about documenting yesterday, and it's so true. Like, I have my parents now documented of their life in Ireland, and it's so great because I'll always have that, and I always want my family to be able to see what this was like. So documenting your life, documenting your business is great. I'm just so grateful. So I'm going to stop because I feel like I'm gushing now. But Gary Vee, you slayed it last night. Thank you so much. Goodbye.